So Jaydn, you just made your trip over to Alabama. Can you talk about that experience, what it was like getting to work with Coach O'Brien and
Right.
that whole staff?
It was a great experience meeting Coach O'Brien for the first time. I already met Coach Saban. So just talking with Coach O'Brien, he's been an NFL head coach. He's worked with one of my favorite quarterbacks, Shawn Watson. So it was a great experience being able to communicate with him and learn from him. And then Nick Saban, obviously Nick Saban's the GOAT. So always a pleasure to meet with Coach Saban, and I love everything about Tuscaloosa.
Well put, man.
Yes,
Really
sir.
You're early in your recruitment process,
Right.
but where do you find yourself right now? And, how have you kind of felt getting to see these schools?
Right. I'm a wide open book. I mean, I'm just weighing out all my options right now. I don't have a decision or favorites anytime soon. So I'm just weighing out all my options, letting God take the way from there.
Yeah. What's
Yes, sir.
kind of the most important factor? I know you just said God, but
Right.
what kind of weighs into that decision?
Just a family atmosphere, a place with a good institution. My mom's always been no books, no ball, and as well as a place that I can win, a place that has a winning tradition and develops great quarterbacks to the NFL one day.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Sure. You mentioned Coach Saban. Is there anything else you really liked in particular about Alabama?
I mean, the people, they make me feel at home. They make me feel welcome. And then Tuscaloosa is a college football town. They love their college football, and I love that. So I love Tuscaloosa.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Sure, man. So as far as this camp goes, what are you excited about today? Get to work with some of these guys.
Yeah.
Play with some of these kids. I'm sure you've been with before.
Right, just competing. I'm with my boy MJ Morris here, so it's always going to be fun spending it with him. And then the owner of the place I train at, David Morris, is going to be coaching us today. So I'm looking forward to that and looking forward to competing with some of the best around the country.
You just made a visit to Alabama pretty recently. Kind of talk about that experience. What you like best about it? Talking to Coach Saban. Really, just the whole trip.
Yeah, I mean, it was an awesome trip, getting to finally meet all the coaches in person. We had a really good talk with Coach Saban. We talked to him for almost an hour. I mean, he really thinks that I could come there and they could develop me and I could make an impact as a freshman. It's a really cool thing. And Coach Saboda, he's a super cool coach. I did a little workout with them and it was really good. I like the way he coaches and everything about them. And the depth in their tight end room is really not there, so I think I could definitely make an impact as a freshman. They think that too.
Oh, for sure, man. We've seen it 100 times at Alabama. And, you kind of talk about the coaches and facilities, everything else. What's your favorite part about Alabama, getting to see it all?
I got to hang out with Jaydn Miller and some of the players, and I really liked all of them. They're all super cool, super welcoming, and they're definitely guys I could be around.
Yeah, for sure. It's a great, young roster right now, certainly. Talk about recruiting. Where do you see yourself in this process right now? When do you kind of see that deadline coming?
Yeah, I mean, I'm coming towards the end. Every day I'm getting closer. I think right now it's just gotta take a deep breath and take a step back from everything after all these visits and just kind of see where everything sits for me.
Yeah, it's an important decision for sure, man. What's the most important factor to you, though, when you talk about recruiting and, thinking about it all?
I think the most important factor for me is just how they use the tight end position and just the environment of the school and how I feel while I'm there.
Talk about what that was like and, what you really like best about Alabama.
Alabama was great, just the facilities as a whole, the coaching staff, everything was great, and when it's planned and how I expect it to be. So everything was well.
Yeah, really a loaded up defense now as far as the coaches go. What was it like working with those guys and what did you kind of learn from that?
I learned a lot. I got to learn how Coach Pete coaches, how he does drills, like how he paces everyone, how he does everything. So I got a whole feel of how he does everything. And I got to watch the drills, the second part of drills they do to break down plays and stuff, the formations of personnels. So I got to learn a lot.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. How do you kind of see yourself fit into that defense if you were to go to Alabama one day?
Well, they tell me I'd play the Mac or Money. I could play either one because they're both inside, but they all one's more pass strength, one's more run strength. But I could play both. Coach Pete told me so. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Do you like that inside a little better than the outside?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's great. So as far as your recruitment process goes as a whole, where do you find yourself in that? What are kind of the most important things, when it comes to recruitment?
Just comfortability as a whole regarding players, staff, facilities, the place I'm going to be in. And it just got to be somewhere where I know I can see myself living without football. So that's all.
That's awesome, man. Talked with Coach Saban recently. What was your conversation like with him? Kind of your conversation's been like with him throughout this whole process?
It was just a really normal conversation. There wasn't much to it. We just talked like normal people, had a nice little conversation. He told me I had a really good workout and he was impressed. And that's all I needed to hear. So
yeah,
great.